Good evening, everyone, and thank you for attending my big business launch. My name is Ebony Stokes, and I am talking to you from Fresno, California. And joining me this evening is Timary Wire. Hello, Timary. And she is joining us from Bloomfield, Michigan. And tonight we're going to be talking to you about rodent and fields. Now, during this presentation, if you have any questions, you can comment in the chat that's here if you have a Google address. If not, you can comment in our Facebook event page as well, and we'll try to answer questions at the end. And if we're not able to, then I'll get back to you in the next day or so as well, because your comments and questions are very important to us and we appreciate all of them. Also, happy Cinco de Mayo. I hope someone's out there with a margarita. Totally just relaxing and joining us tonight. Okay, so why are we here? We are here because Dr. Rodin and Dr. Fields have created another amazing skincare regimen. Now, you may have known them from Proactive, and Proactive is everywhere. You may know someone who has used Proactive before, you may have used it before, and you see results with Proactive. Well, now they have an anti-aging skincare, which is for everyone. And it is for all types of skin care needs, and it's for all ages. I mean, I've used it on my daughter who's only 1. So it's just amazing. And joining with them was kind of a no-brainer for me. But the reason why I am with Rodin and Fields is because we've had some financial difficulties. I had 2 back-to-back pregnancies, which just did wreaked havoc on my body. And I haven't really had the best health. And so with those back-to-back pregnancies, I also was not able to work. And we've been talking about me going back to work, waiting for Lyndon to get a little bit older. And so finally I was like, okay, I need to go back to work. And Pam's like, no, not yet. Well, unfortunately, a couple of months ago, he was in a car accident. He was riding his bike home from work and he got hit. And it was one of those, oh my gosh moments. And luckily the bike got it more than he did. So we're very blessed in that. But at the same time, it was like, okay, something has to happen. And I remember a while ago, Timary from high school, that's how we know each other. I've seen her posts on Facebook and how people are just going crazy over the products. I think the post that did it for me, Timary, was the one about the sunless tanner. I remember liking it, and I don't need tanner, obviously, but I could see so many people commenting on your post like, I want this, and I need this. And I was like, wow, she's really doing this. That's amazing. And so I contacted her probably a month after that. And I said, okay, what do I need to do to sign up? Because it was time. I'd seen how successful she was being, and why not share the wealth? I mean, I need to be successful too. I know I can do this because she was doing it with 2 kids. So it's like, okay, I can do this too. And so, as I said, I know Timary from high school. She and I had computer class. I remember sitting next to you in computer class. And, she's a wonderful person, and I'm so glad that she is my sponsor. And I will hand it off to you, Timary, if you can take it from here.
Sure. Thanks so much, Ebony. So yes, like Ebony said, we know each other from high school. And how I kind of started my Rodin and Fields journey was about a year ago, in a couple months. One of my friends, right around Thanksgiving, was posting about earning a couple extra dollars or a couple $100 a month. And I was thinking wow, we were kind of similar to what Ebony was saying. We had moved to Chicago. We're both, Ebony and I, from Michigan. So we had relocated to Chicago, my husband and I. I had just had a baby. I had decided that I was going to stay at home for a little while my husband worked, and we were kind of just going to see and play it by ear and see how our finances went. And right around Thanksgiving, when we had been there probably about 8 months, we found that we were kind of dipping into savings a little bit more. than I wanted to, that we were comfortable with. We weren't able to kind of go out and enjoy Chicago like I wanted to. So I really wanted to try to figure out something that I could do where I wasn't necessarily out of the home too much, because Chicago is pretty expensive and childcare is pretty expensive in Chicago too. So that was challenging to find something. So when a friend of mine started posting on Facebook about joining the Doctors That Created Proactive, and earning a couple extra dollars, I was really intrigued. So I messaged her around Thanksgiving, and really honestly, I didn't do anything with it. I just sat on it and waited. And then around Christmas and January-ish, the new year, I asked my dad and I asked my husband like what they thought of it. And both of my dad and husband, who are very smart businessmen, told me immediately, you need to jump on board with this company. They talked to me about residual income. They explained to me how owning a mini franchise in a billion-dollar industry, skincare is a billion-dollar industry, that is sort of a no-brainer. These doctors have created Proactive. They're still practicing in San Francisco. They're Stanford trained, and we have the opportunity to partner with them with this. Now, also with Rodan & Fields, we're a relatively new company. So what that means is we are on the ground floor of something so huge. That is a true gift for anybody that is joining right now or thinking about joining. You're on the cusp of something so giant. So like, for example, we launched acute care this past January. Ebony can talk to you about that privately if you're interested. It kind of replaces Botox without needles. It's fantastic. We also launched into Canada this past year, and we have plans to go into Asia and then across Europe in the next few. So Proactive is in 168 countries, and Rodan & Fields, we're kind of sweeping that and paving that same way. So when my parents or my dad and my husband kind of talked to me about joining, they really, really drove home, if these doctors could create Proactive and create this, multi-million-dollar company, you don't think that they're going to do it again with 4 different product lines that treat all skin types? Proactive is just one. That's acne. We have products that deal with every skin condition that are most commonly treated with dermatologists. So essentially, you're bringing the dermatologist care right into your home. So that's great. The only way people can get the products are through people like Ebony and myself, and they're consumable, meaning people keep wanting to order. They're clinically proven. All the ingredients are FDA approved. These are huge selling points for the products, as well as consultants like me. So in about late January, early February, I decided to jump on board. And right away, I started using the products, and immediately I saw my skin transform. I started with our products, the product line Reverse. What Reverse is for sun damage. Now, everybody has sun damage. If you've been in the sun, you probably have sun damage. Now, me especially, I grew up on a lake in Michigan, and I'm pretty sure I didn't wear sunscreen like my whole life. So I have a lot of freckles, and actually during pregnancy, I developed what's called pregnancy mask or melasma, where I was having like dark spots here, 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 and actually very attractively right above my upper lip. My husband was constantly like telling me that I had dirt on my face, and I didn't. It was really embarrassing. I was covering it up with concealer a lot. So when I found out that Rodan & Fields had a product that could even out my skin tone, that was right away the first thing that I tried. So I noticed within 2 weeks, my skin overall, the evenness was really starting to change. After 4 weeks, I completely noticed the 2 marks right here were gone. And then within 6 weeks, my husband said something to me. And he actually said, the direct quote was like, hey, whatever you're doing with your face, it looks amazing. You should really sell that to all your friends. I already was. And then in 8 weeks, I went foundation free, completely foundation free for the first time since I probably was 15. So that was huge. My skin tone had evened out completely. The brightness was back on my face. I didn't have that melasma, those dark marks anywhere or on my above my lip. So it was just huge for me. It was, I mean, really, when you say like our slogan for Rodan and Fields is changing skin, changing lives, for me, those dark marks were really, really kind of making me self-conscious. So it really kind of did change my life in that way, where I felt like very comfortable going out in public and talking to people without makeup on. That's huge. That is huge. So while I was learning the products, it was also great because I was earning an income. So the first couple of months, I earned a couple $100s. And that for our family at that time was completely life-changing. That allowed my husband and I to go out on a couple of date nights. That allowed me to get a gym membership. That allowed us to put our daughter in swim class. So that was huge. That was huge. And I couldn't believe it, having been a stay-at-home mom, that I was able to not sacrifice any time with my daughter at all and still be able to earn an income. Around that same time, I found out that I was pregnant for my second child. So the babies were going to be 17 months apart. So I really, really started even more so like focusing on Rodan and Fields, focusing on this job, because I'm watching people, my peers, my friends, because of the positioning of this company, take this to a whole new level. I'm watching people retire from their jobs, people that I'm friends with retire from their jobs, earning thousands of dollars a month. And that, I was thinking, you know, even as early as March, only a couple months in, you know, that could really be me. This could be me because of the insane amount of growth. We're under 100,000 consultants in the United States. Harvard Business School put out a study that said a ground floor opportunity, and listed the 10 criteria for to make it a once in a lifetime opportunity. And Rodan and Fields hit every single one of those 10. So I'm thinking in my head, you know, this could really happen. This could really work. So the next few months, I really, really just focused on my business, focused on my pregnancy, focused on my child, and focused obviously on my marriage. And things really started taking off. And like Ebony said, these products sell themselves. They are third-party tested. Our results, the before and afters, are amazing. Everybody who uses the products sees incredible results that are documented. All the consultants, all of our customers, you take a before picture and you may see results within, you know, I think Ebony has a couple that she saw results within a couple days. Some people, you know, 6 months, or I'm sorry, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, in a year, their whole skin, they're transformed. So all my customers were seeing these great results. I'm seeing these amazing results, not only product-wise, but business-wise. So the whole thing has been phenomenal for us. Well, in November, about a week before my, I'm sorry, 2 weeks before my son was born, my husband came into the bedroom one morning and told me that he had lost his job. That was shocking to me. I really was looking, I mean, we're in Chicago. I didn't know what to do with anything. It was a total like world halt, you know, fall off the planet kind of moment for me. We ended up having, for insurance reasons, we had to push up the birth of our son. I had to have a C-section, which I didn't really want, but you know what you have to do. You know, in those kind of situations. And really, I put my Rodan and Fields business on hold. It was the furthest thing from my mind. Like I said, I'm a stay-at-home mom. That is my whole life, you know, so I couldn't even think about anything else. So, you know, ultimately we decided what was best for us, because Chicago is so expensive, was to really move back to Michigan, move in with my family, and kind of sort of regroup our family situation, because we were going to have a newborn and I needed help anyways, and it was just a mess. So anyways, I had Leo, my son. We had 2 babies. They ended up catching the worst colds in the history of the world. like the week after he was born. So we're in the emergency room, also racking up bills. And I was just like crying disaster mess. Um, we it was horrible. So anyways, like I said, Rodan and Fields, back of my mind. Until payday, which I had even forgotten about all of that. I got my check, and because this business is built on referrals, consumable products, and that residual income, my check that month in December was enough to cover our rent and also enough to move us back to Michigan, which I can't even tell you what that feels like as somebody who wasn't the breadwinner, somebody who wasn't really even contributing financially, to then be able to bring my family up from a situation where it seemed so dire and it seemed so, I was such in a despair, to actually have my income matter in our household, other than, like I said before, like the dates and the frivolous extras, but really matter, because you never know. Like, when that plan B has to be that plan A, you better have a solid plan B. And with Rodan and Fields, I have found that solid plan B. And I can't thank this opportunity enough. I can't thank my sponsor enough for getting me involved. And I hope all of you watching, anybody, I think that this is such a fantastic opportunity for everyone. It's a proven business model. It's proven successful. It's great product, great business. It's, to me, no brainer. Honestly, it saved our life. For not in going into debt and all that. Clearly not saved our life, but it really pulled us out of a dark place. And ever since then, my checks have, kept increasing. My husband has a job now. We never had to borrow any money. We never had to do anything like that. And that was because I was earning a great income while staying at home. So that's kind of my story. And now I kind of want to do a little brief overview of some of the products that we sell. So the first one is Unblemish. Unblemish is a product that deals with adult acne. All of our products have 4 steps. That is the patented kind of Rodan and Fields way, just like Proactive comes with, Unblemished particularly comes with the sulfur face wash, a toner. The step number 3 is a spot treater, and number 4 is a sunscreen. Now, people with acne always come to me and always say, my acne, I don't want to put sunscreen on my face. It clogs my pores. Well, that is why our step number 4 for this Unblemished line is fantastic, because it is specifically for people with acne. Also, what's great about this line is that, as an adult, when you have acne, it's a lot of times that cystic under the skin acne that really, really hurts and leaves scars. Our Unblemished specifically treats and targets that. Our step number 2 is a spot fading toner. Now, we do have an option to switch that spot fading toner to a clarifying toner for our customers that are under 18, and it works just as well. I think Ebony has a before and after for somebody who has acne. Yep, there you go. See, now you notice her spots have faded and her skin is completely transformed. That's only after 2 weeks. It should be noted, and it's very important, that all of our products come with a 60-day empty bottle money-back guarantee. And that's because we stand behind our products so strongly. So I see results like this time and time again. This product is fantastic for brides. I actually developed acne when I was pregnant, and I used that step number 3 as a spot treater. It's a phenomenal line. The next regimen we have is Soothe. Soothe works for anyone with sensitive skin, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis. It actually works on a lot of people who have really dry skin. I have a couple customers out in Colorado that ski and snowboard and have that windburn look, on their face all the time. And this really, really helps them deal with all those issues. Now, it is, like Ebony said, gentle enough. Step 2 and 3, you'll notice we don't have a toner on this. So step number 2 is actually a treatment cream. And then the step number 3 is a moisturizer. Step 2 and 3 are gentle enough, well, all of them, but step 2 and 3, like Ebony said, are gentle enough to use on your baby. It can be for, a lot of babies have that really sensitive skin, that eczema, or even those little bumps, and that works great on that. The step 4, there you go. See, look at that. Rosacea, eczema, like I said, psoriasis, keratosis pilaris. That is Ebony's daughter that you're seeing right now, little Lyndon. And if you notice, she has that little red patch below her eye, and then just after 2 uses, it's gone. It's really a great product. It builds up that outer layer of your skin, so actually you can move on past soothe and onto a different regimen, because it is healing your sensitive skin. It's not just masking it. The next regimen we have is reverse. This is what I was talking about that I used for my melasma, or that pregnancy mask. It starts with step number 1 is an exfoliating wash. It's super important to exfoliate for your skin, especially when you have that sun damage, because you're really trying to get that dead skin off your face so the rest of the regimen can work how it's supposed to. I noticed, like I said, the overall brightness of my face came back. It has anti-aging components in it, and the step 4 is a sunscreen. It's 50 SPF, because obviously you're reversing that sun damage. You don't want to go out in the sun without anything less than that as you're working on fixing and smoothing out your skin. The last regimen that we have, I'm sorry, there's Ebony's before and after, just after 10 days. And you can notice how her skin is evening out. You can actually see, if you look close enough, like her pores and everything are shrinking from it. And her glow, you can really see, like right on her cheek, has come back. And that's because you're just creating new skin growth. And this regimen is one of my all-time favorites. I love it so much. The results are really, really amazing for this one. The 4th regimen we have is the Redefine regimen. This is sort of our Cadillac of regimens, what we hang our hat on, our Redefine. This is our anti-aging regimen. It helps with all those fine lines and wrinkles that you have, and it actually can redefine or smooth out your face so much. A lot of the problem throughout aging, when you age, is your pores are actually getting bigger. That makes you look old, and your skin is dulling. Between our steps 1 and 2, the first one being a clay mask, and the step 2 is a pore minimizing toner. It literally is shrinking your face, your pores, sort of like Spanx for your face. Now you'll see in this picture, we just have the step 2 and the step 3. The first step is the first one is a lotion for the morning it's an AM cream that has the sunscreen in it. And then the second step 3 would be your PM cream, and that is a restorative cream that you put on at night. Both of these creams are fantastic. I use them daily. I love them. They're nice and thick, and you can really feel the difference. The box that is next to this in the picture is our acute care. That is what I was talking about when I was kind of telling you my story of joining Rodan & Fields. This is our new product. It literally broke the internet when it came available to our preferred customers over a special sale in September. You could not order it. We sold out completely. It's crazy. This acute care is getting rave reviews from people, from magazines everywhere. It was featured in Elle, in Glamour, in Style. in, I believe, I think it's in style and also in Canada too. But this, like I said, essentially is replacing Botox. It is, you fill a wrinkle while you sleep, no needle required. It comes in little patches, sort of like a Band-Aid. You just stick them on where your wrinkles are, and literally you'll notice a difference overnight. I think we have some slides for some before and afters for the Redefine regimen. There you are. See, it's, I mean, this is an incredible before and after. So you notice her skin is sort of sagging and the pores are a little bit bigger. That is, like I said, Spanx for your face. It's phenomenal. This one is a before and after. Also, we have in our Redefine line an eye cream. The eye cream is great. When you use eye cream, any kind of eye cream, you want to be sure to put it on your orbital bone on the bottom and up top, and then smooth it over those smile lines or crow's feet, because eye cream will travel up to an inch while you sleep. And you don't, some people really experience kind of puffiness under your eyes. And when you apply the eye cream on the correct way, it really, you maximize your benefits from this. So this person, you know, it's, she clearly used eye cream the right way. But you'll notice the dark circles and the fine lines and wrinkles, and it almost kind of pulled her eye, like it lifted her eye even above her eye too. So you can put your eye cream even on your brow line as well. This is our before and after of our acute care. So you'll see, just like I said, it kind of looks like a Band-Aid. You put it on, and when you put it on, I mean, it's so common, you'll see results for acute care in one use. Ellen used our AMP roller. This is another one of my most favorite products. This is our AMP roller. You'll see it's the blue thing right by Ellen's head. And it couples with our serum. This comes together, and Ellen actually used this, our AMP MD roller, to get ready for hosting the Oscars last year. You can use a roller on any line, any wrinkles, and what it does is it kind of, if you sort of think about, you know, when you're making brownies or you're aerating your lawn and you're kind of poking holes in those brownies, and then you put like that fudge or that icing on top and it kind of seeps in. That's what our AMP roller does. So then when you put on that serum over, when you just kind of sort of, when you roll that blue thing over your face, you put that serum on, it really seeps into your skin. It is great for scarring. It's great for all those wrinkles on your forehead. This is somebody's stomach, that C-section scar. It is literally that with the roller, it has little tiny needles. Don't think painful. It's not painful at all. Put it on and you're kind of injuring yourself in a way, like I'm putting it in quotes. I don't know if you can see me, but you know, it's small, tiny, microscopic, not painful at all. And then you put that serum on and your skin is really just creating that new outer layer and new growth, new cells. So you have that fresh skin that's really kind of growing, and you see such amazing results. You can use this on your chest, your stomach, C-section scars, like I said, any kind of scarring that you have. And it will take away, you know, what's called, you know, nobody likes to call this, but, you know, like that little turkey neck that as you're getting older kind of happens. It will tighten up the skin on your neck. It is a phenomenal product. We also have what's on the screen right now, and that is called our Macro E. This is an exfoliator, and it has a diamond encrusted tip. That tip on the top is diamond encrusted, and it is, you put it on your face, and it has smart duct technology. So what you see in that little window, that woman, and it will say, like, you see the level 8 for 1 minute, it'll beep. And it literally tells you, you know, right now she's supposed to be pulling it across her cheeks. It'll beep, and then it'll adjust the level and the time, and then you would put it over your forehead or your nose, and it will show you areas of how to use it. It is foolproof, and it is great. Like I was saying before, exfoliation is 100% key. what this is it is taking that first layer, that all those dead skin cells right off your face. So any of those creams, anything that you're doing after, is getting on the best skin possible. The results from this macro exfoliator are huge, huge. I used it with my reverse when I was using it at first. I use it with Redefine when I switch. I have been blessed with, like I said, only acne during pregnancy, so I haven't used it with that one, but you can. You can use this with any of the regimens except Soothe. You want to transition from Soothe onto a different regimen once your skin has built up that outer layer. Your results with this will be phenomenal. It is an amazing little tool to use. So, yep, here you go. So, like you see, you can really, really tell the difference right away. And your skin overall texture and the smoothness, you'll feel that right away because of that. Those dead skin cells are right on top all the time. So, that sort of concludes our presentation. Now, if you have any questions or comments for Ebony or for myself, please, we would love to answer any of them.
Yes. I don't know if anyone has any questions right now. I haven't received any, but I know one of the questions that I have gotten from a lot of people is the price of the product, really. And I'm wondering, okay, well, this seems kind of expensive. So, like, what should I start with? Let's say for reverse, for example. They don't want to get the whole regimen. So, what should they do?
Well, it's important to note that the regimens themselves, they usually last about 90 days. So when you break it down for cost, it's really not that expensive day to day. And most people are spending that much on products that they're going to buy from like CVS or Walgreens or whatever. And our products do work. They're medical grade. And so when you buy it's hard to say, like, if you want reverse, what specific one you should buy, because they all are layered on top of one another. So you really want to try to buy the whole regimen. So break it down per day, and it's only a couple dollars per day. And like I said, most of mine last at least 90 days. So I know that the initial investment can be kind of steep and kind of scary, like the sticker price, but really it lasts a very, very long time. You'll see results right away. If I have to say, one product to kind of start with, if you want reverse, for the sun damage, that one is kind of I would really want you to do that whole line. Our eye cream, though, is great. We do have that macro e-paste that is an exfoliator that you can kind of try to see, and it's all over body, in a kind of a tub like this big, and it's lasted me, I don't know, like 8 months or something, and I still have some left. And you can use it all over face, legs, anything like that for any kind of shaving or also exfoliating. So that any of our tools, they can be used alone. So the AmpMD, you can just try that. That lasts, you don't have to replace that roller. The serum, which you don't have to use, I think in the picture with Ellen, you can see it's like little pods that come with it. You don't need to use that whole pod per use. So really, if you're splitting it between days, you would use it at, once a day, once every other day. That can last almost, 120, maybe longer days from that. And like I said, you don't rebuy the roller, you just buy the little pods. The macro exfoliator, that's a great product. Again, I know that the sticker price, if somebody's worried about that, is high, but you don't buy that one again either, and that's a great exfoliator. So there are ways that we can work within your budget and try to kind of find what products and what specifically you need and see the most results quickly for that. Does that answer the question, Ebony?
Yes, it did. Well, thank you so much, Timary, for coming
Yeah.
here and being live with me on YouTube. This is our first time doing this, so hopefully kind of well. I think, high five.
All right, virtual high five, Ebony. Good job.
Thank you, everyone who has watched. And if you have any questions, please contact me, Facebook, or if you have my phone number, text me, email. It's all good. And we look to hearing from you soon. And thank you, and have a wonderful evening. And have margarita, 'cause it's Cinco de Mayo. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.